Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Motordrome Speedway. Tonight, we present the annual running of the Penn West Toyota Lift 100, the crown jewel event for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Joining us on the front straight for opening ceremonies this evening from the New Stanton United Methodist Church, Mr. Ray Kaiser, and to sing our national anthem, Ms. Melissa Grimm. At this time, we ask that each and every one of you please rise up from your seats for our opening ceremonies. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. And if you are moving around the Motordrome Speedway grounds, we ask that you pause with us momentarily for tonight's invocation and the singing of our national anthem.
Lord God, we humbly come into your presence, Lord, thankful for such a beautiful evening, Lord. Lord God, I just pray that you would watch over each and every person here. I pray, Lord God, that you would meet us where we're at. I pray, Lord, that your blessed hand would be over each of the drivers tonight and protect them. Lord God, we thank you for this wonderful country that we live in, that we can come out on a Friday night and just have fun and do as we please. I just pray, Lord God, you would watch over, again, each of us, watch over our military men and women, and protect them as well. We give you thanks for your many blessings. In Jesus' name, amen.
And now for the singing of our national anthem, Melissa Grimm.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
5, Matt Barnes. Mark Poole in 96, Dusty Rhodes in 23, Dave Merrow in 69. Green flag is out. 10 laps the distance for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Top 4 finishers move into the redraw for the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. Dusty Rhodes off the pace a little early in car 23. Still 2 by 2 in the first 3 rows, and the early race lead after contact belongs to Gregory Kelly. Steve Black in the Penn West Toyota Lift number 1 into second position after that contact coming out of turn 4. Third spot is the points leader, Mark Catone in car 31. He's got a feature win this season, and just behind him, 69 Dave Merrow and the 4 of Chris Ross. Battle for third, the 69 of Dave Merrow, the former truck division champion from Wall, Pennsylvania, closing in on Steve Black, who rides in third with Mark Catone second and Gregory Kelly the leader. Battle for third, Merrow on the inside drifts up just a little bit, and Steve Black maintains the position. Side by side behind them, it's Chris Ross, the New Yorker, in car 4, and Mark Poole, but out of turn 4, a challenge for the lead. The D&K Sales and Service, Froggy 44 of Gregory Kelly, is now feeling the pressure of Mark Catone in car 31, the points leader. Catone has not finished worse than 4th all season and now takes over the lead in this heat race at the midpoint of the event. 5 laps are down, 5 laps are remaining. It's now Catone, Kelly, Black, Merrow, and 1 position away from entering the redraw. It's Mark Poole in car 96. He is a feature winner this season and needs to advance 1 more position in order to get himself into the redraw, and he is looking to do exactly that in turn 3 as the 69 of Merrow has opened the inside lane for Poole. Side by side for the 4th and final transfer position into the redraw. Give it to Mark Poole, the resident of 84, Pennsylvania, gliding into 4th around Dave Merrow. 2 laps to go, the signal given to leader Mark Catone. It's Mark Catone leading Gregory Kelly, Steve Black, and Mark Poole. Dave Merrow and Chris Ross of Malta, New York, completing the top 5 as the white flag is displayed. The Auto Express Transportation Evanuic Racing Engines Ford, number 31 of Mark Catone, the 2-time Motordrome Speedway track champion, out in front. He already has 2 heat race victories this season, and out of turn number 4 will make it 3 in the preliminaries for the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. Mark Catone takes the heat race win over Gregory Kelly, Steve Black, Mark Poole, and Dave Merrow. 75, Barry Audi, as we get set for 10 more laps of NASCAR Subway Super Late Model action. Green flag is out, and heat race number 2 for the Penn West Toyota Lift 100 is up to full speed on the back straight. Early race leader Sean Pilla in car 5, holding off Gary Wiltrout, then the 07 of Mignon in his first start at Motordrome Speedway in several seasons. The 78 of Doug Bakioki wrestles away the 3rd position, but directly behind him is the Dunbar Dominator in car 21, Rick Miller. 3 drivers in this heat race were feature winners last year. 2 have won this season. There's contact between Henry and Mignon as the top 2 cars are breaking away from a 5-car battle for the rest of the pill draw positions. Miller gets shuffled back. Barry Audi nearly uses the grass apron to make a pass. Bobby Henry now clears the 78 of Bakioki for the 4th and final pill draw position as Sean Pilla continues to lead this event. The Brooks Automotive Group, Nagy, and we got a spin in turn number 1, headed up toward the wall in the 78. It's Doug Bakioki, and we'll need a caution flag. Bobby Henry, the former champion in car 11, as the green flag is out. Last season, 9 different drivers went to victory lane at Motordrome Speedway. 3 of them are in this heat: Gary Wiltrout, Bobby Henry, and Rick Miller. And Wiltrout is about to challenge Sean Pilla for the lead. At the scoring line, we begin to work lap 4 of 10. And to the inside in the Paula Grudo Motorsports, 3rd level direct Stone and Company Megan Ford, Gary Wiltrout, the 2002 NASCAR Subway Super Late Model champion, to the inside of Sean Pilla's number 5 car, and he will take the lead. At the midpoint of this event, Gary Wiltrout becomes the new leader over Sean Pilla in car 5 from Connellsville. 07, Greensburg, Pennsylvania's Jason Mignon, the former Iceman Series traveler. And here comes Bobby Henry, looking to open the door to 3rd position and rubbing the rear fender of Mignon to do it. Bobby Henry in car 11, the 2007 Motordrome Speedway champion, with 1 feature victory in 2009, holding the final pill draw position. Just behind him, door to door, 2 longtime veterans, 3-time champion Rick Miller in 21, and 2nd in the current points, Barry Audi in 75. There are 3 laps to go. Remember, the top 4 finishers will be eligible for the lottery draw to determine the top 12 starting spots in the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. 2 laps to go. The action has settled down a bit, but the best battle on the speedway is for 3rd. Jason Mignon in the 07, a former Hooters Pro Cup Series competitor, and Bobby Henry with over 114 career feature victories. White flag signals final lap to Gary Wiltrout. Second of 3 heat races for the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. And into turn number 3, the driver fourth in the championship standings. Headed for a second heat race victory of the season, Gary Wiltrout will win it over Sean Pilla, Jason Mignon, Bobby Henry, and Rick Miller. Car 60, Will Thomas. 15, Todd Price. And 98, Neil Brown, the leading winner of the season as the green flag is out. 10 more laps for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models, and they are bunched up at the front of this field. Young Nathan Russell in car 26 trying to take the lead away from the ARCA Super Speedway racer Kyle Martel. Will Thomas shoots up from the rear of the field to make it a 3-car battle in car 60. Kerwinsville teenager Nathan Russell in car 26. The Lesser Lumber, Russell Paving, Chevrolet out in front. A sophomore driver holding off the former Mara Series champion Will Thomas in car 60 and Kyle Martel in 59. John Komarinsky holds the final pill draw transfer position in car 33. And look at the door-to-door fight for second behind the sophomore Russell. And look at Thomas breaking through. He pulls away from Martel and grabs the lead from Russell all in one move. Working lap number 3 of 10, your new leader is the former Lake Erie Speedway champion from Sharpsville, Pennsylvania, in the Benz Motorsports Stands Transmissions number 60, Will Thomas. Second is Nathan Russell, third is Kyle Martel, and the battle for fourth heats up. The season's leading winner in car number 98 from Acme, Pennsylvania, Neil Brown, takes the pill draw position away from John Komarinsky. Komarinsky making his first start in the Miller Lite number 1 Cochran, number 33 car. But at the midpoint of the event, up into a pill draw spot, starting deep in this field. The O'Shea Lumber, Hunter's Peterbilt, Davies Ford 98 of Neil Brown. In third, Kyle Martel in second. Nathan Russell, and your leader is Will Thomas. Thomas has 4 heat race victories this season to lead all other drivers, and he opens up a big lead now over the 26 of former dirt track street stock ace Nathan Russell. Challenge for third begins to develop between the 59 of Lebanon, Pennsylvania's Kyle Martel and Acme, Pennsylvania's Neil Brown in 98. Brown with 3 feature victories this season, the only repeat winner. Diving to the inside of Martel, a former Mara Series traveler and Jennerstown Speedway winner. With 2 laps to go, they're nearly door-to-door out of turn number 2. Still side by side through 3 and 4 as Thomas opens up a huge lead over Russell. The white flag is in the air and Brown will take away third position at the wave of the white flag signaling final lap. It's now Brown over Martel as they have pulled away with the pill draw positions for the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. And coming out of turn number 4 in the Benz Motorsports Chevrolet, Will Thomas will take the checkered flag for his 5th heat race win of the season over Nathan Russell, Neil Brown, and Kyle Martel. 07 machine is driven by Phil Wiltrout. 11 is Steven Sheltman as the green flag waves the 7. Scott Alborn in the 7, going 3 and 4 wide from the back of the pack up through the middle. He is on the outside in car 7, a former Enduro winner. In fact, we got 3 wide happening all over the speedway as young Bill Schwartz pulls out to a lead, the McKeesport youngster, over Troy Knight and Hillbilly Zerfoss. Side by side for 4th, 2 recent feature winners, Koffler in the 05, the many-time Farmington Speedway champion, and the 5 of Tex Dunmeyer, 2-time winner this season. The 83 of Matt Sever coming through and passing Koffler's 05 car. He is the points leader, the multiple feature winner. Challenge for second, Troy Knight on the outside. Eugene the Hillbilly Zerfoss in car 23 on the inside. Zerfoss from Acosta, Pennsylvania takes over second position and brings along the 5 of Larry Dunmeyer. Dunmeyer, the transplanted Texan, into 3rd spot after winning last week's feature. And both of these veteran campaigners are closing in on leader Bill Schwartz. Now the 83 of Matt Sever, the three-time feature winner, pulls to the inside of Troy Knight, picks up the 4th position. 15 laps is the distance of the Coca-Cola Super Compact feature event. 15 laps, the distance of this race, and immediately following this 15-lap feature, we will draw for starting positions in the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. It's Schwartz in 31, trying to hold off Zerfoss in 23, with Dunmire and Sever right there. It's about to be a 4-car battle for the lead. By inches, the Hillbilly on lap number 5 takes over the point position from Schwartz. Tex Dunmire will follow him into the lead. Here comes Sever, the points leader, going side by side with fellow Cavalier pilot Schwartz, and quickly dives to the inside of Dunmire. They make contact. Schwartz does a great job of avoiding. A terrific save by Dunmire, and Sever pulls into the runner-up spot in car 83. Schwartz hangs on to 3rd after an amazing drive around the sideways number 5. We've got 6 of 15 laps completed, and that has stretched out the top 5 single file around the back straight. Leader of this event in car 23, Hillbilly Zerfoss from Augusta, Pennsylvania. He was a feature winner last year at the Jennerstown Speedway in 2nd spot. Another big winner at the Jennerstown Speedway last season, Matt Sever in car 83 from West Newton, PA, the current points leader here at Motordrome. And on the front straight, look at the 7 of Scott Alborn. Alborn in the 7 started deep in this field, and 8 laps in, he's fighting for position with last week's winner, Tex Dunmire in car 5. Alborn is in the top 5 after starting so far back there. Dunmire has just wrestled that position away, so we'll see how that shakes out. But the big mover is car 7, Scott Alborn, a winner in enduro competition here last season. Picked up a $1,000 big win in a 100-lapper for 4 cylinders. Lead battle gets intense here in turn 4 as the 46 of Sean Rich clears out of the way. The Martinelli's auto number 83 of Matt Sever has made up a tremendous amount of ground, closing in on the 23 of Zerfoss. Very close racing against the outside retaining wall for the lead on the back straight. Just 5 laps to go, and Sever pulls to the outside of Zerfoss. Drivers on the opposite end of the age spectrum fighting it out for the win. Teenager Matt Sever in the 83. Zerfoss, the veteran, in car 23. More lap traffic looming ahead as they close in on the 51 of Kevin Ludwig, who's battling with the 47 of Tringes. We're going 3 wide for the lead with lap traffic now. Will we stay 3 wide through turn 4? Very close racing in the Coca-Cola Super Compacts with 3 laps remaining in this feature event. Look at this down the back straight. Zerfoss tries to carry the 83 to the inside, and Sever nearly needs the grass. 23 of Zerfoss needs to be 5 car lengths wide, but he's only the width of a Ford Probe as they head into turn 1. 2 laps remaining. Can Sever pin the 23 behind the lapped machine of Steven Sheltman down the back straight? And he will. An excellent lane choice by the youngster as Sever pulls to the inside, but we're still 3 wide. Zerfoss on the high side will officially lose the lead as the white flag is waving. In the Coca-Cola Super Compacts, how's that for 4-cylinder racing action? Sever with a 2 or 3 car length advantage, and we've got a problem in turn number 3 that will bring out the caution flag. Caution flag with just 1 lap to go in this 15-lap feature for the Coca-Cola Super Compact. Gene Zerfoss and the 5 of Larry Dunmire will battle it out for the win. Green is out, and Sever got a terrific start. Sever pulls out to a 2 or 3 car length lead immediately over Zerfoss. Tex Dunmire is 3rd. Bill Schwartz with a good run hanging on to 4th. Look at the 05 of Koffler, the 7 of Alborn, and the 71 of Knight nearly going 3 wide, and they're still making contact in turns 3 and 4 as the white flag is displayed for Sever. Final time around, stretched to a 16-lap feature event by a late race caution. The Coca-Cola Super Compacts heading out of turn number 4. And West Newton, Pennsylvania's points leader, Matt Sever, will take another checkered flag over Eugene Zerfoss, Larry Tex Dunmeyer, Bill Schwartz, and Troy Knight. Matt, we have a Subway gift certificate for you. Now, this year you've had a couple of easy wins. That one doesn't fall into that category. Is it more fun to win them like that, or is it more fun to just check out on the field?
Either way, I'll take them either way. I enjoyed today. I'm sorry what happened to Tex there on the backstretch. I don't know what happened exactly. You know, we ran hard, and anytime you can get up front, I'm happy with it. But, man, we worked pretty hard for this one today. But I got to take it. I got to thank everyone who helps us out. EESI, Lux Brothers, Mr. and Mrs. Martinelli. I know I was talking to him before the race, and we have a lot of conflict going on a lot of times. But, yeah, they all help us out, and that's how we get where we are.
Let's talk about this race car now. You're a pretty young man. Have you raced anything like go-karts before climbing behind the wheel of one of these?
8 years. We ran go-karts for a lot, and we had a lot of fun. Zane Farrell actually ran one last week. I ran with him a lot, and we had a lot of good times there. And hopefully we'll compete again someday, maybe, see what happens.
There he is, back in victory lane, the points leader from West Newton, Pennsylvania, in car 83, Matt Sever. For the Chargers with Chris Spadacine and Ed McConnell leading them to the green. Three wide as the 61 of Eifert gets shuffled backwards. Up front, Ed McConnell, the early race leader over Chris Spadacine. Ed McConnell in car 48 leads the first lap of this Charger Division feature. McConnell nearly got upside down here on the front straight in a grinding crash on opening night. He's feeling the pressure now, the 43 of Chris Spadacine. Spadacine, a former American Flyers racer who got an upset victory last year, going side by side with McConnell and taking the lead by a fender to begin working lap number 2. Matt Gardner in the 3rd spot and up to 4th. Tracy Keller in car 1 after that machine was nearly destroyed on the back straight about 3 weeks ago. First time back out for this machine. He did go to victory lane in a borrowed car, and now with his regular ride back intact, he is 4th and challenging for 3rd. Spadacine, the early race leader. Matt Gardner goes door to door with the 48 of Ed McConnell for the 2nd position. Then Tracy Keller in the 1. Steve Settle, the rookie, having a great top 5 run right now, holding off points leader Denny Keller in 13. Working lap number 4 of 15. Chris Spadacine, the race leader, and McConnell gets it all kinds of crossed up in turn 2. He was down on the grass, had to back off the throttle, loses a position to the 3 of Steve Settle. Maybe losing a position to the 13 of Denny Keller. Meanwhile, the battle for 2nd heats up. 2 Charger Division winning veterans. In the Westco, Westside Lube and Tire, number 7, Matt Gardner from Ruffsdale. And in the Martinelli's Auto BK Electric, number 1, Tracy Keller, the former champion. As they go door to door, Spadacine in 43 may be able to increase his lead. And around the lap traffic, Bernie Stuyvesant in the 40 car, posing a problem to the leaders. Door to door now for the lead. Tracy Keller in the 1 and Chris Spadacine in 43. Keller, the 2006 Motordrome Speedway Charger champion, takes the point position on lap 7 over Chris Spadacine. Now car 7, Matt Gardner trying to strike on Spadacine's machine. Both Gardner and Keller have significantly more experience in Charger Division racing than Spadacine in 2nd. And in turn 3, we have a spin. Roger Bryan goes around in car 12. Bryan has had a couple of consecutive fantastic runs here, and a caution flag will wave for the 12 of Roger Bryan. And then Tracy Keller gets an amazing start, pulling several car lengths away from Spadasine in 43, Matt Gardner in 7, Steve Settle in 3, and points leader Denny Keller. Now out of turn 2, Gardner had a terrific run on Spadasine, and Spadasine closed the door to the outside lane on him. Tracy Keller running away from this one. Coming into tonight, he was only 7 points behind his cousin. And there's some bumper tag on the front straight between the 7 of Matt Gardner and the 43 of Spadasine. Steve Settle, the rookie, finally gets passed by the points leader Denny Keller, but gave an admirable fight in car 3 as the Pro Auto Supply Service Chargers see the signal of 5 laps to go, and former champion Tracy Keller is out in front. As we see the 11 of Victor Keller challenging to the inside of rookie Steve Settle, we now have all 3 racing Kellers inside the top 5. Leader Tracy Keller from Asheville, Pennsylvania. Second, the sophomore driver Chris Spadasine. Third, feature winner this season Matt Gardner. Fourth, points leader Denny Keller. And in 5th, the leader's brother Victor Keller in car 11. Battle for second spot heats up now. Gardner to the inside of Spadasine, and the veteran pulling into the runner-up position with just 4 laps to go. Gardner coming into tonight 4th in the championship point standings, now 3rd on the racetrack. Make that 2nd on the racetrack as he pulls off this late race pass of Spadasine. Tracy Keller, your race leader in car 1 on the back straight, about to negotiate the lap machine of Bernie Stuyvesant, the rookie. Then it's Gardner, Spadasine, and a door-to-door family fight for 4th. Victor Keller in car 11 and Denny Keller in car 13. Two laps to go as the Keller family are trading top 5 positions. Points leader Denny is falling back and had only a 7-point margin over his cousin coming into tonight. He's feeling the pressure of feature winner Ed Neidhart in 68 and rookie Steve Settle in 3 as the white flag signals final time around the Motordrome Speedway for the Pro Auto Supply Service Chargers. We got contact in turns 1 and 2. Neidhart and the 13 of Denny Keller, the points leader, get together. Caution flag will wave with the final lap. We will extend this to a 16-lap feature event to give these drivers the green-white checkered 2-lap opportunity to get back up to full speed. Not what leader Tracy Keller wanted to see, because Matt Gardner in the 7 will start right alongside him with 2 laps to go. Green flag waving once in. We got another problem in turns 3 and 4. Last week's winner is spinning as Roger Bryan made some contact. Black flag given to the 12 of Roger Bryan. But up front, Tracy Keller's lead is down to about 2 car lengths over the 7 of Matt Gardner. Both of these drivers have been to victory lane already in 2009. And they're going to play bumper tag on the final lap of the Pro Auto Supply Service Charger feature. And we got another caution flag in turn number 4. Denny Keller spins once again. Green flag waves once again. Matt Gardner was able to pull up to the rear bumper of Tracy Keller on that last restart. Meanwhile, Victor Keller, the man on the move. The 11 car takes a position away from the 43 of Spadasine. Kristen Ettling closes in quickly. And the white flag waving. Here we go again, another attempt at the final lap of the Pro Auto Supply Service Charger feature event. And we've got a spin in turns 1 and 2. Chris Spadasine goes around, but the lead battle is in turns 3 and 4. We're gonna checker this one off to the finish. Can Matt Gardner make a last lap run on Tracy Keller? At the checkered flag, Keller picks up his 3rd win of the season over Matt Gardner, Victor Keller, Kristen Ettling, Steve Settle, and Ed Neidhart. know, it's no surprise to see Tracy Keller in victory lane, but after what happened to this car 3 weeks ago, I am a little bit surprised to see this car back in victory lane. Did it handle just like she used to?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. There was guys that said this car needed cut up, it was junk, and we showed them that it wasn't a junk car. We fixed it.
You sure did that. You know, your points leader cousin dropped out of that event, so you might be headed for a second championship here with a strong run like this and the determination of the crew.
Yeah, you know, we'll just keep coming out, try to have good finishes. We don't really count points until coming down to the last 5 or 10 to go.
And a chance to thank your sponsors and crew.
I got to thank everybody that helped me on this car. Haas, Scott Alio, Victor, Mike Lemley, Dave and Evelyn Martinelli, LockPickTools.com, BK Electric, Howie Bayless Photos, Walter Andrzejcik's Drilling Equipment, just everybody to help me out. I appreciate it.
A season of perseverance pays off once again. Ladies and gentlemen, Tracy Keller, the feature winner. 25 lap Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature is green, and we are racing. Jason Holder in 74 and Tom Knight in 76 are side by side for the lead. Teddy Gabala in car 3 moves into position 3. Tom Knight Sr. opens up a big lead over Jason Holder, and now Teddy Gabala in the 3 dives to the inside to take the runner-up position from Holder. Both of those drivers were feature winners last season. Gabala and Holder still side by side for second, still looking for their first wins of 2009. Bumper-to-bumper contact most of the way through the field as Jonathan Heilman gets loose, and Sean Phillips makes an amazing save in turn 4. Car 31, the defending champion of the Napa Street Stocks, got punted from behind and had to avoid a slowing car in front and did just that. Meanwhile, Aaron Minjock threads the needle in the battle for third, moving his way between Jonathan Heilman to take the podium position away from Jason Holder in 74. Minjock is up to third, Heilman is now fourth, but on lap 4 of 25, race leader Tom Knight Sr. is about to feel the pressure of Teddy Gabala's number 3. Challenge for third now. Jonathan Heilman in 15 made a great save a couple of laps ago. He pulls even to the side of Aaron Minjock's 34 car. And Heilman, the 5-time feature winner last season, will take over third position on lap 6 of 25. Still multiple car contact all the way through the middle of the pack. Up front, Teddy Gabala in 3. The second place driver is within striking distance of the leader, and on the back straight, a spin. Caution flag for Jason Holder in car 74, who has a flat tire. One of Sean Phillips as the green flag waves for Tom Knight Sr., Teddy Gabala, and Jonathan Heilman. Contact on the front straight between Aaron Minjock and Dink Colarusso. Then contact in the battle for second as well. We got cars trading paint all over the speedway. Heilman in the 15 car in third, nearly got into the 3 of Gabala. He backed off and gave Gabala a couple car lengths advantage in the second spot, but that pack of 4 cars fighting for fourth, something has got to give as they are racing very close here on lap 7. It's the 0 of Dink Colarusso, the 3-time winner. Last week's winner, Mike Bacalon in 48. 31 of Sean Phillips, who may have made contact with Minjock, and we got a hard crash in turns 3 and 4. Teddy Gabala crashing from the second position with the 15 of Jonathan Heilman. The 2 youngest drivers in this field in a hard collision while battling for second in turns 3 and 4. The 3 of Teddy Gabala, that car looking faster than it has in recent weeks, and the 15 of Jonathan Heilman. They get together. And the impact to the outside retaining wall by the 3 of Gabala was a violent one. Jonathan Heilman is out of his car in car the 15. The Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania driver who was second in the championship point standings last year. He is out of his machine and okay. Waiting on recent high school graduate Teddy Gabala in car 3 to emerge from his machine. Green flag is back out for the Napa Auto Parts Street Stock. 7 laps of 25 completed. Leader is Tom Knight Sr., feeling the pressure of Dink Colarusso, who started deep in this field in car 0. New race leader is 3-time feature winner Dink Colarusso, taking the point position from Tom Knight Sr. and bringing last week's winner Mike Bacalon right along. 31, defending champion Sean Phillips. He's won twice already this season in car 31. In 2009, 4 drivers have won in the Napa Street Stocks. 3 of them are at the front of this field. Dink Colarusso, 0, 48, Mike Bacalon, 31, Sean Phillips. Phillips trying to move underneath the 48 of Bacalon. And as they battle for second, Dink Colarusso builds up his biggest lead of this event. Now Phillips to the inside. Former modified champion Mike Bacalon of North Versailles, Pennsylvania in 48 will lose the runner-up position to the defending street stock champion Sean Phillips of Jefferson, PA. Now can Phillips, in these final 14 laps, reel in 3-time winner Dink Colarusso. Crossed flag signal halfway through the Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature. And the leaders, the drivers 1 and 2 in the point standings, are 1 and 2 on the speedway, and they are taking it right to the checkered flag. I bet this one won't be decided till the last lap, as they've touched bumpers already. Working lap 14 of 25, Sean Phillips in second. Dink Colarusso the leader. Again, they touch bumpers in turns 1 and 2. But it seems that Colarusso is faster in 3 and 4, and Phillips is better in 1 and 2. Ten laps to go, and each time down the backstraight, Colarusso opens up a 2 to 3 car length advantage over Phillips. Bacalon a distant third, then half a straightaway back to the 4th place car. Tom Knight Sr., the early race leader. And behind him, a heated battle. That's for 5th position with Aaron Minjock, and then the Kostelnik brothers. Andrew Kostelnik in 57, a winner earlier this year. And the 5 car, looks like 51, driven for the first time tonight by former champion Adam Kostelnik. And now Adam Kostelnik in 51 dives to the inside of Minjock for 5th position. In the 51 Motorsports Ford, the Frankie Day Oldies Show, D&D Office Plus machine, normally driven at Jennerstown by Dave Manns. Tonight, the steering wheel in the hands of Adam Kostelnik, and he advances into the top 5. Into turn 1 on lap 19, the lead battle. In turns 1 and 2, Sean Phillips may literally be pushing Dink Colarusso each time. But then in turns 3 and 4, Colarusso maintains about a car length and a half advantage over the defending champion. Phillips, the leading winner of 2008 and champion. Colarusso, the leader and leading winner of 2009 with 5 laps to go. Contact every lap through turns 1 and 2 in the Napa Street Stocks. As that advantage stays with Colarusso in turns 1 and 2. Into turn number 1, the battle for the 4th position heats up as Kostelnik is all over the rear bumper of Tom Knight Sr. and down the back straight. Kostelnik may have the preferred line. He does not. Knight maintains 4th with 3 laps to go. Now Kostelnik in turn 4 is firmly beneath the Knight 76 car. And Kostelnik in turn number 1 will complete the pass for 4th position. Leaders, meanwhile, coming out of 4 to the signal of 2 laps to go, and Phillips has his best run on Colarusso into turn 1 so far. Still not enough to secure the inside lane as he tried the outside lane last time. And Phillips stays right on the hammer. An aggressive attempt for the lead. Everybody still holding their positions, and Bacalon gains on the lead duo from 3rd. Now the white flag is in the air and Phillips pulls almost side by side with Colarusso on the final lap for the Napa Street Stocks. Defending champion in 2nd, leading winner of the season out front. Down the back straight, Phillips may need the outside lane to make a run for the win. In turns 3 and 4, Mike Bacalon dives to the inside trying to take 2nd. There's contact. Dink Colarusso will win it. Sean Phillips by a fender hangs on to 2nd over Mike Bacalon. In his first start for the Mann's Family Racing Team, Adam Kostelnik will finish 4th and Tom Knight Sr. 5th. Dink, you started pretty far back in that field and parking here in Victory Lane. First time all year you've been on the track with the builder, owner, crew guy, and all-around handyman on this Zero car.
Yeah, you talk about pressure. He kept bad. We were down and tested a couple times this week, and he kept saying how he was going to outrace me. So it does feel kind of good to outrace the owner for a change.
Hey, you had that tough starting position. That was an excellent battle to the finish. You had some contact out there. Did you have any doubts this machine could do it?
We were getting tight. Sean was getting faster. I just tried to run a line and let him work me, and my hat's off to him because he could have probably bumped and run me at any given time the last 3 laps. But he raced me like a true gentleman, and I know I'll return the favor at some point this year.
And a chance to thank the sponsors and crew.
I want to thank Adam and Tony, the owners. Denise, Tony's wife's here tonight, so it's good to win. My Uncle Mark and Ken Kunkel, my crew chief. I'd like to thank Steve's Auto and all the guys up there that helped me. Robbie Van Fleet and Gary Wilchout, they've been a big help this year. My sponsors, Jay Poli, Tube City Beer, Jay Steiner Heating and AC, T&M Repair, Murphy's Welding come aboard this year. My cousins, Vince and his buddy Sweeney for the medical supply help. So I'd like to thank everybody.
There he is, current points leader, ladies and gentlemen, Dink Colarusso. This Toyota lift number 1 shares row 2 with the 31 of Mark Catone, and the green flag is out. The 2009 Penn West Toyota Lift 100 is underway. Havoc in the middle of the field, but veteran drivers maintain control of their race cars after bumper tag from positions 10 on back. And Nathan Russell, the young sophomore driver, will lead lap number 1 in the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. Kyle Martel feeling the pressure of the 31 of Mark Catone. Catone in 3rd, Jason Mignon in 4th in the 07 car. Nearly 3 wide in the middle of the pack with Gregory Kelly and Will Thomas. Action settles down just a bit now with Kelly side by side with the 96 of Mark Poole. In the center of the back straight, the 11 of Bobby Henry moves to the outside of the 1 of Steve Black, taking over the 8th position. Nathan Russell in car 26 continues to pace this field. The Leather Lumber. Russell Asphalt number 26. A graduate of Kerwinsville High School last week, where he was an outstanding football player, former dirt track street stock racer, turned full-time NASCAR Subway Super Late Model ace. Out in front, lap 6. And Mark Catone is about a car length and a half from challenging for the lead as a feature winner already this season, the current points leader in car 31. Several car lengths back in third, it's pole starter Kyle Martel, then Jason Mignon in his first start of the season, and 2002 champion Gary Wiltrout in 95, inside the top 5 with 7 of 100 laps complete. Now Mignon sees daylight beneath the 59 of Martel in the third position. Is a door-to-door battle in turn number 3. Jason Mignon to the inside, and we got a spin on the back straight. Inside wall contact is made by the 23 of Dusty Rhodes, bringing out the first caution flag. He starts from third. Jason Mignon fourth. Gary Wiltrout fifth. Neil Brown is sixth as the green flag waves. Single file on lap 8 of 100. Nathan Russell, Mark Catone, Kyle Martel, and Jason Mignon, the front 4. Gary Wiltrout inside the top 5. Neil Brown is in 6th, ahead of Sean Pilla in 7th, Bobby Henry in 8th. Pilla has finished in the top 5 in this event a couple of times. Henry, a former winner of the event. Then it's Mark Poole feeling the pressure of Rick Miller as both of them are bearing down on the 11 of Bobby Henry. Battle inside the top 10 finds Mark Poole on the outside. Bobby Henry and Rick Miller on the inside on lap 10. Poole and Henry have both been to victory lane this season. Poole, Henry, and Miller, all 3 winners in 2008. Contact Mark Poole, Rick Miller. Will Thomas are spinning, everybody else stops. Dave Marrow is collected. 33 of Komarinsky is involved. The incident began with the 21 of Rick Miller and the 96 of Mark Poole, who were battling for about the 6th or 7th position there. Must have been about the 7th or 8th spot, actually. Miller, the 3-time former champion, is involved with early season winner Mark Poole. Will Thomas in the 60 car pulls away from the scene after some body damage to his number 60. He is the Subway Challenge driver. Steve Black in the 1 spun to avoid. Matt Barnt with significant body damage to the rear of the 55 car. Komarinsky in 33 drives away seemingly unscathed from that incident. Dave Marrow with significant body damage in the 69 car. Green flag is back out. 12 of 100 laps are in the books, and Nathan Russell is the early race leader. The teenager leading the 2-time champion veteran Mark Catone. Kyle Martel in 3rd, Jason Mignon 4th. Gary Wiltrout is 5th over Neil Brown. And on the restart, Catone is able to tuck right under the rear spoiler of Nathan Russell in the lead battle. We got a spin in turn 4. Dave Marrow in the 69 goes around. Marrow was involved in that last incident as well. Gary Wiltrout. Matt Barnt returns to action as the green flag waves. And returning to competition, the 23 of Dusty Rhodes back on track. Top 5 now nose to tail in turns 3 and 4. 14 laps in the books. Mark Catone makes a serious bid for the lead in turns 3 and 4. Diving to the inside of the youngster. And taking over the point position. Oh, we got a caution flag in turn 4. Dave Marrow spins once again in car 69. 15 of the Penn West Toyota Lift 100 over Nathan Russell, Kyle Martel, Jason Mignon, and Gary Wiltrout. And Dusty Rhodes back into competition, and Mark Catone stretching out his lead by 6 or 7 car lengths over Russell. Gary Wiltrout moves to the inside to challenge Jason Mignon in the 07 car. Jason Mignon of Greensburg in 4th position, a regular competitor at the Jennerstown Speedway in years past, bringing out the 07 car for its first competition of 2009. Dave Marrow heads pit side once again. Mark Catone leading Nathan Russell, and Kyle Martel reeling in the back bumper of the second place driver and nearly making contact in turn 4. The 59 of Martel, driver who's been victorious several times at Jennerstown Speedway, looking for his first Motordrome win. Closing up to the rear bumper of Nathan Russell, who seeks a career first paved track victory. And again in turn 4, Martel seems to be much faster. Although in turns 1 and 2, Russell appears to have the advantage as we're working lap 19, and this time Martel with a great run out of turn 2. Runner-up position. A fight between red painted Chevrolets. On the outside, it's Nathan Russell. On the inside, it's Kyle Martel. And on lap 20 of 100, with Mark Catone as the leader, the second place battle rages on door to door. Kyle Martel from Lebanon, Pennsylvania on the inside. Nathan Russell of Kerwinsville, Pennsylvania on the outside. And Martel will take over second position on lap 21. Now it's Jason Mignon looking to the inside of young Russell. Mignon, a feature winner in the Iceman Series at the Mansfield Speedway in Ohio several seasons ago. Pulling into third position, and there is the 2002 Motordrome NASCAR Super Late Model Champion, Gary Wiltrout. On lap 22, the veteran, challenging the youngster and taking over fourth position. Neil Brown in car 98 looking to advance as the leading winner of the season. And back several car lengths from this battle, Rick Miller comes to life in car 21. Miller moves to the outside of Malta, New York's Chris Ross and takes a position away from the 4 machine. Miller into the top 10 in car 21 after being involved in that caution flag incident. With 24 laps completed, contact in the battle for third. Gary Wiltrout gets into the left rear corner of Jason Mignon's 07. And Mignon goes around in turn number 2, bringing out the caution on lap 24. 4 of 100 laps complete. Back under green flag conditions, it's Mark Catone, Kyle Martel, and now Neil Brown in third. Nathan Russell 4th, Sean Pilla 5th. Side by side, a battle inside the top 10 between the 60 of Will Thomas and the 21 of Rick Miller. Battle is for about the 9th position here on lap 26, but up front, a challenge for second. Kyle Martel in the outside lane surrenders the runner-up position to Neil Brown in 98 on lap 26. Brown is the leading event winner of 2009 and picked up a 100-lap victory last October here in the Piney Lasky Memorial Fall Festival. So 2 veterans with loads of 100-lap racing experience are out in front of the Penn West Toyota Lift event for 2009. Mark Catone, the race leader, Neil Brown in second, Kyle Martel in third, then Sean Pilla having a terrific run in 4th position. The Connellsville veteran in the Brooks Automotive Group, Nagy Sunoco Gas and Oil Products number 5. solidly inside the top 5 on lap 28, and behind him, in 5th, a fellow resident of Connellsville. It's the Palagrudo Motorsports entry of Bobby Henry, sponsored by Third Level Direct, Stone & Company, and Megan Ford. Closing in quickly on Henry, his longtime arch rival Rick Miller in car 21. Miller in the Brooks Automotive Group, Bellevue Chassis Center number 21 car, was involved in that early caution flag incident. It seems to be okay as he has passed several cars, moving right back up to where he was at the time of that spin. Behind him, it's Will Thomas, the Subway Challenge driver of the night, a heat race winner earlier tonight in the Stans Transmissions Colonial Metal Products number 60 from the Benz Motorsports stable. And on lap 31, the race leader is car number 31, Mark Catone, the 1995 and 2001 NASCAR Subway Super Late Model Champion. In the Auto Express Transportation at Vanuik Racing Engines Ford out in front. But on lap 32, Sean Pilla continues to advance in car 5. He has moved around the 59 of Kyle Martel for 3rd. And Pilla not only made a convincing pass in turn 1, but immediately stretches out to a 3-car length advantage over Martel in 59. In turn 1, we have contact as Nathan Russell in car 26 and Barry Audi get together. Tire smoke abounds as they traded paint back in about the 11th position, and Audi stretches out his margin now over Russell, who was once at the head of this field, and on lap 35. Coming out of turn number 2, Rick Miller has moved around his arch rival Bobby Henry and quickly has closed in on the 59 of Kyle Martel. Could Rick Miller be the fastest car on the Speedway? The 3-time Motordrome champion and former Clearfield Speedway champion makes his way around Bobby Henry and using the outside lane of the Speedway, moves around the 59 of Kyle Martel. And Rick Miller is up to 4th after going to the tail of the field for a caution flag incident early in the going. On lap 37, just in front of 4th place driver Rick Miller, it's Sean Pilla in car 5. Clear racetrack between those two. Then the lapped and damaged machine of Matt Barnt, 55. Till we find the 2nd place car of Neil Brown exiting turn 2. Race leader continues to be Mark Catone, holding a steady advantage over Brown. In turn number 3, a heated fight between Bobby Henry, Will Thomas, and both of those drivers are catching Kyle Martel. It will be a 3-car fight for the 5th position here on lap 39. Thomas in the 60 was involved in that caution flag incident with Miller and several others. And now with the lapped car of Matt Barnt looming in the front straightaway, Martel has put some distance between himself and Henry, with Thomas still waiting to strike on the 11 car. Working lap 42, and in turn number 4, the 60 of Will Thomas and the 11 of Bobby Henry continue their fight for the 6th position. They have been door to door for a couple of laps now. And Thomas, although in the inside lane, having difficulty completing a pass of Bobby Henry. Martel has pulled away from that 2-car fight for 6th, now securing the 5th position as they were once challenging him. And on lap 44, Thomas officially now scored in 6th position over Henry. Out of turn 4, leader Mark Catone about to enter heavy lap traffic as he moves to the outside of the Arsenberger Trucking number 6 of Cody Quarrick. Next up, he will find the 51 Motorsports entry of Todd Price from Alum Bank, Pennsylvania. Next up, the Penn West Toyota lift number 1 of Steve Black, having a tough night here. Neil Brown, second place driver, now moves around Quarrick and Price, door to door with Steve Black. And the top 2 drivers have cleared the lap traffic here on lap 49. Just in front of leader Catone now, it's the very slow-moving damaged machine of Matt Barn, as Catone also begins to close in on the 78 of Doug Bakioki. And at the scoring line this time, 2-time track champion Mark Catone sees the crossed flags, indicating halfway through the 2009 running of the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. Neil Brown of Acme, Pennsylvania is second. Sean Pilla of Connellsville, Pennsylvania is third in the quest for a first ever victory. In fourth, after battling back from the caution flag incident, Dunbar, Pennsylvania's Rick Miller. And in fifth, pole starter from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, Kyle Martel. And Martel is now feeling the pressure of Will Thomas in car 60. In turn number 2, Thomas to the inside, Martel to the outside. Both drivers were travelers with the Mara Series on a tour of 100 lap events. Thomas, a former champion of that series. And in his first year of driving for Benz Motorsports, Will Thomas on lap 52 officially takes over the 5th position by inches, but Martel battles back. It appears that 5th position will change hands again as Martel will reach the scoring line first to begin working lap 53. On the front straight, leader Mark Catone approaches more lap traffic. It's the 26 of early race leader Nathan Russell, who's now fallen well off the pace on lap 54. Neil Brown remains about 8 to 10 car lengths off the rear bumper of leader Mark Catone. Now Malta, New York's Chris Ross, about to go a lap down to the 31 of Catone. And with 56 laps in the books, Mark Catone remains the leader. Neil Brown in second spot. And in turn number 2, Will Thomas and Kyle Martel, still waging their fight for 5th position, approach 2 wide lap traffic. Into turn number 3, Cody Quarrick in the 6 and Steve Black in the 1 are racing 4 positions a lap down, while Thomas and Martel are racing for 5th. 4 cars under a blanket fighting for 2 separate positions here on lap 58. Thomas secures the 5th spot as Martel has to go single file and nearly taking out the 11 of Bobby Henry as they jump on the binders for the 6 of Cody Quarrick. Thomas, with proper lane choice, set sail with 5th position on lap 59, leaving car 59. Kyle Martel separated by some racetrack and the 6 of Cody Quarrick in 6th position. Bobby Henry in the 11 did a great job avoiding contact with the rear bumper of Kyle Martel as Martel moves to the inside of Quarrick's lap machine. It is now lap 60, and Mark Catone's lead remains about 10 car lengths, maybe 8 car lengths, a steady interval over Neil Brown. All by himself in 3rd, it's Sean Pilla. 4th position belongs to Rick Miller. And now about half a lap behind leader Catone, it's the 60 of Will Thomas. This evening, Penn West Toyota Lift, with their theme of Salute to America, wish to thank all of the police, firefighters, military, and everyone who volunteers within their communities to maintain our freedom and our safety. God bless America. From Penn West Toyota Lift, proud sponsors again of the Penn West Toyota Lift 100 here at Motordrome Speedway. With over 40 years in the material handling business, the featured Toyota lifts of Penn West are the #1 lift trucks in the United States. They are a Toyota dealer for Western Pennsylvania, Northern West Virginia, and the Ohio Valley, and the forklifts made by Toyota sold here in the U.S. are assembled in Columbus, Indiana, with components manufactured in Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, North Carolina, and Kentucky. Call 1-800-221-LIFT for all your material handling needs, or visit PennWestLift.com. Working lap 67, it's Mark Catone leading Neil Brown. Sean Pilla in third, leaders on the back straight. Again in heavy lap traffic as Catone entering turn number 3 takes the high line around Steve Black in the 1. Brown able to gain a few car lengths in the recent laps, and now they approach the 07 of Jason Mignon, who was a top 5 car early in the going tonight, and the 6 of Cody Quarrick. Laps remaining in the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. On the back straight in clear racetrack is the 98 of Neil Brown, gaining on the 31 of Mark Catone. They will have a couple of laps of clear racetrack before the 95 of Gary Wiltrout is the next driver to go a lap down. He is battling with Todd Price in the 15 here on lap 72. Brown has gained a couple of car lengths in recent green flag laps, but here's the 2 wide lap traffic looming in front of the leader. Mark Catone looks to take the high line, but Todd Price falling back from Gary Wiltrout. And now Catone switches to the low side on lap 73, and that enabled Neil Brown to gain several car lengths. The lead interval has shrunk dramatically on the back straight, working lap 73. Mark Catone in car 31, the 1995 and 2001 track champion. Neil Brown in 98, the leading feature winner of 2008, and so far the only 3-time winner of 2009. Gregory Kelly is very slow in turns 3 and 4, forcing 3 wide, which opens the door for Neil Brown to the inside. Challenge for the lead. The lap machine of Doug Bakioki acts as a pick for Mark Catone and collects the second place driver, Neil Brown. Brown stays on the hammer and does not stop. We'll wait for an official decision as to whether or not Brown will go to the tail, as he surely damaged the 98 machine, climbing over the right front of lapped car Doug Bakioki. Unbelievable action with 25 remaining. Neil Brown in car 98 made contact with the 78 of Doug Bakioki, the lapped machine. Drove over the front end of the car but did not stop moving, so we'll await the official's decision as to whether or not Brown can restart from his spot, but Brown is headed to the pits. The 98 of Brown passing leader Mark Catone, indicating he will come down pit lane. Bakioki has pulled into the pits with heavy body damage. Cody Quarrick making a stop. Steve Black bringing the Penn West Toyota Lift car in. 25 laps to settle the 2009 Penn West Toyota Lift 100. And we're back up to full speed. And look at Sean Pilla in car 5, taking away the lead from Mark Catone. Rick Miller nearly gets it crossed up, trying to avoid contact with Will Thomas, and loses a position, but makes a tremendous save. Kyle Martel is now door to door with Miller. Meanwhile, up front, how about Sean Pilla in car 5? Talk about a dark horse candidate for a win, and we've got a spin. Mark Poole collecting Bobby Henry, Gary Wiltrout, Barry Audi, and the 07 of Jason Mignon. .24 laps to go, and Sean Pilla, the new leader over Mark Catone, Will Thomas, Rick Miller, and Kyle Martel. And as the Pittsburgh Penguins have just claimed the Stanley Cup, a side-by-side battle for second rages on the Speedway, with Will Thomas wrestling the runner-up position away from Mark Catone, who led some 50 laps of this event. And we got a caution flag on the front straight. Barry Audi and Jason Mignon making inside wall contact. Two drivers who have been to victory lane at Motordrome in their careers. No victories recently, but Sean Pilla brings him out of turn number 4 with Mark Catone to his outside. And there's the green flag. It's now a 3-car fight for the lead, and after Pilla got the break on the last restart, Catone on the cold tires this time seems to have the advantage out of turn 4, but then fishtails the car. Catone makes an amazing save, but loses the lead again to Pilla. Now it's Will Thomas to the inside. As he was threatening to take second away, he now completes that pass. And it's now a pair of Chevrolets leading Mark Catone's Ford on lap 79. .20 laps to go, and Sean Pilla has a new lead battle rival. Will Thomas of Sharpsville, Pennsylvania. He's won at 6 different speedways in 3 states in his career. A former champion of the Mid-Atlantic Asphalt Racing Alliance in car number 60. The Benz Motorsports entry has been to victory lane at Motordrome in extra distance events. Gary Wiltrout and Tommy Beck. Both of those drivers have won for Bob Benz Motorsports in 100 lap features at Motordrome. And now on lap 82, Sean Pilla stands in the way of Will Thomas, becoming the 3rd driver to win a crown jewel event at Motordrome at the steering wheel of car number 60. The leaders are pulling away from championship points leader Mark Catone on lap 83. Sean Pilla's lead is just over a car length and a half. Lap traffic will not be a factor for quite some time, as there will be 15 laps to go at the scoring line this time. Pilla using an extra high lane out of turn number 4 in order to maintain that lead. Catone in 31 may be gaining just slightly, but will not have enough time unless the leaders tangle up to challenge once again for the lead he held for most of this event. Rick Miller is all by himself in 4th. Gary Wiltrout has battled back to 5th in spite of body damage and involvement in caution flag incidents. Thomas in car 60 loses ground in turn 4 each lap, with Pilla taking an unusual line through that corner. And on lap 87, the lead interval remains constant for Sean Pilla in car 5. Working lap 88 of the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. It could be a 2-horse race to the finish between the 60 of Will Thomas and the 5 of Sean Pilla. The JG Industry, Nagy, Sunoco, Gas and Oil, Brooks Automotive Group number 5. At war with the Stans Transmissions Colonial Metal Products 60 of Will Thomas. At the scoring line this time, we have 10 laps remaining as Chief Starter Denny Carson shows both palms to the field. A heated lead battle will decide the 2009 Penn West Toyota Lift 100. Thomas thought about looking to the inside, has only 9 more chances to do so in turn 3. This time in 4, Thomas gets his best run down the front straight, but we are on lap number 92. A move will have to come soon. Mark Catone unable to gain on the lead duo. Rick Miller 4th, Gary Wiltrout 5th. And on the front straight, Thomas threatens to take away the inside lane in turn 1, cannot do it on lap 93. He lost a few inches perhaps in that lane change. And now in turn 3, Thomas in car 60, pulling very close to the leader. Out of 4, pulling up to the driver's door, and Pilla's lead is only a fender with 6 laps remaining. Will Thomas this time loses about a car length in turn number 2. And this time at the line, we'll have only 5 laps remaining. Pilla goes way high in turn number 4 this time. Just what Thomas needed to pull right back up to the rear spoiler of Sean Pilla. Pilla looking for a first career win. Thomas looking for his 3rd checkered flag here at Motordrome. Slow car of Dusty Rhodes pulling into the pits. And this time Thomas close enough to touch the rear fender of Pilla. 4 laps to go, and now Catone has gained on the lead duo. This time in turn 3, Thomas unable to challenge. And Thomas dirt tracks the car just a bit, allowing Catone to get even closer with 3 laps to go. Catone goes up high, dirt tracks the car, and will not be a factor as he loses car lengths to the lead duo of Sean Pilla and Will Thomas. It could be the upset of late model racing of all time here at Motordrome. 2 laps to go, the signal given to Sean Pilla, whose winless career could be changing in one 100-lap crown jewel event. Thomas loses a couple of car lengths that time. The white flag will be waving this time. Sean Pilla of Connellsville, Pennsylvania, about to pull off the biggest upset in Motordrome Speedway history. Out of turn number 2, Thomas is 2 car lengths away from being able to challenge. And after holding off a host of champions, veterans, and 100-lap experienced drivers, coming out of turn number 4 to win the Penn West Toyota Lift 100, it's Sean Pilla over Will Thomas, Mark Catone, Rick Miller, and Gary Wiltrout. Sean, I was explaining to the race fans tonight that if they had never been to Motordrome Speedway before and only come to 100-lap races, they must think that you've got 20 or 30 feature victories, because every time it's a 100-lap feature, you wind up in the top 3 or the top 5. You must really like extra distance races.
Yes, I do. The longer distance gives you a chance to move up to the front.
And that you did tonight. Let's talk about your career briefly. Have you ever raced in anything other than a super late model? Did you begin your career in a street stock or any such thing?
No, just started in a late model.
And how many years have you been racing at this point?
6.
6 years, and Victory Lane comes in the Crown Jewel event. Tell us what it feels like to be here in Motordrome Victory Lane.
It's pretty good.
And how about a chance to thank your sponsors and crew?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody that helped me get to where I am. My sponsors who helped pay for all these years, my pit crew, my dad, my wife, my daughter. Appreciate everybody's support over all the years.
Now, this being only your 2nd start of the season and picking up the big paycheck tonight, I have a hunch you're going to like this Victory Lane feeling, and we might see you a few more times here this season to try to back up this win.
Probably, yes.
A near speechless winner in victory lane, about to greet the Penn West Toyota Lift representatives for his first career victory in the Crown Jewel event. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Pilla.